All right, Vedagurudev, I've got 10 Master Yoda quotes from Star Wars. So, who is Master Yoda? In the Star Wars saga, Yoda is a legendary Jedi Master and the Grand Master of the Jedi Order. He is an alien of unknown species who lived for 900 years, spending centuries training generations of Jedi. He is not a warrior in the traditional sense. He is a mystic. He serves as the moral and spiritual compass of the Order, teaching that the Force, metaphysical energy field that connects all living things, can be harnessed through discipline, calm, and the conquest of one's own ego and fears. Parallels to Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is often described as a technique of action or union through activity, specifically focusing on the mastery of life force prana through breath and mental discipline. So I will read through the 10 quotes for you, and then we'll go through it. So number 1, no, try not, do, or do not. There is no try. 2, you must unlearn what you learned. 3, a Jedi must have the deepest commitment, the most serious mind. 4, death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not. Attachment leads to jealousy, the shadow of greed that is. 5, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. 6, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? 8, you will find only what you bring in. 9, fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. 10, in a dark place, we find ourselves, and a little more knowledge lights our way. So those are my 10 quotes for you. Oh, when you're ready.
10 quotes from Master Jedi Yoda, the enlightened being in the Star Wars universe. Very profound quotes from Master Jedi Yoda. 10 quotes interpreted by Vedagurudev with our special guest, twin Yodas.
Number 1.
So may the 4th be with you. Number 1.
Number 1.
Welcome to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL. Inside you'll get unlimited access to live weekly Kriya Yoga classes, soul talks live from a Thailand beach, live Kriya Yoga satsangs, bi-monthly full moon and new moon holy fires, 500 plus on-demand videos, and you get it all for only $200. One-time payment, lifetime access. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass and join the Kriya Yoga Masterclass today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedgari Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases for Kali, Samadhi, Shiva and Shakti, Babaji on the fire, Lord Ganesha, the 7 chakras, the Sri Yantra, Enlightened Vedagurudev, the Holy Yagna Fire, Shanmukhi Mudra. If this artwork represents your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com.
Number 1. No, try not, do, or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, this one I really like, right? I like it because it reminds me of my guru saying, we don't talk about Kriya Yoga, we do Kriya Yoga. Like, what is try? We don't try, we do. Whatever we're trying to do, we go towards it. We don't think about it. Try is not even a word in our vocabulary, in our dictionary. We just do, you know? We don't talk about Kriya Yoga, we do Kriya Yoga. Try is not a word in our dictionary. It doesn't exist in our universe. We go to it, you know? Whatever we're trying to do, we just go to it, you know? And let the universe fill in the steps and fill in the blanks. So we don't try, we do, you know? So we don't even think about try. There is no try in our universe. We do, you know? Try puts up an obstacle, a roadblock, you know, resistance, you know? It gives a half a second of doubt. We don't have no doubt. We do, you know? Like, I'm going to try to go up that mountain. Try doesn't exist. go up the mountain. We do, you know? So we don't even think about try. Try doesn't even exist. We do, you know? So words of wisdom from Master Yoda. We do. We don't try, you know? We go towards it, right? We don't even think about it, you know? Try doesn't exist in our universe, doesn't exist in our vocabulary. We do. We don't talk about Kriya Yoga. We do Kriya Yoga, you know? So we don't want to put any obstacles or resistance or blockages up for ourselves. This world is hard enough. We just go towards it, you know? We throw ourselves at it wholeheartedly, no matter what it is, right? No try.
Yeah.
Do.
Very wise. 2, you must unlearn what you learned.
Yeah, my guru used to say this too, like, Vedagurudev, you're a master of distraction. I was like, how do you mean, Baba? Your whole life, for over 40 years of your life, you've been hoarding, you've been collecting distractions. We need to throw all that away and go back to zero when we were a pure soul. We didn't care about nothing. So when we have that realization that we collect a bunch of knowledge that doesn't really serve us, like George Washington had 14 wooden teeth. What am I going to do with that? How does that uplift me in the present moment? So once you have that discernment and discrimination, then you start realizing that you do what serves you in the present moment, and you stop collecting all this useless knowledge that can't really help you in the present moment, and you start throwing it away and going back to zero when you were a pure soul child. So in our Kriya Yoga school at the end, we always say 0, 0, 0, and it's a good reminder to throw away all the distractions you've been hoarding, all these identities, all these conditionings that you've been holding on to. I am my flag, I am my country, I am my language, I am my religion, I am my skin tone, all of the above. I am my football team. We don't need none of that. We go back to zero, throw it all away, right? And do what serves us and uplifts us in the present moment. And that is the best way. So I would always say, yeah, go back to zero, throw away what no longer serves you.
Number 3, a Jedi must have the deepest commitments, the most serious mind.
Yeah, that's a good example, right? To be a Jedi, we use our discipline and we practice wholeheartedly. You know, we take our sadhana seriously, you know, our yogic practice. This world is hard enough without doing your sadhana wholeheartedly. So to become a master Jedi takes some real discipline and takes some real concentration out here on the spiritual path. So whatever you do in this life, put your discipline behind it. Don't listen to your ego, that little devil on your shoulder. Put your discipline to it, and you'd be surprised how far you can come. I mean, I'm a example of what you could do if you just have a commitment and an intention, a sankalpa to do Kriya Yoga. So if I could become a yogi, then anybody could become a yogi. So if you really have your mindset on being a Jedi master and you practice hard and you take it seriously, then you probably are a Jedi master. So put one foot in front of the other and go as far as you can, and you'll be a Jedi master. So use your own discipline, work hard, and the universe will fill in the steps. So do your best out here. Use your discipline to become a Jedi master or a master yogi.
Yes.
You can do anything you want. The possibilities are limitless.
Number 4, death is a natural part of life. Rejoice, for those around you transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not. Attachment leads to jealousy, the shadow of greed that is.
So this is a profound one too. Yeah, that's way yogis look at death. They congratulations, you got the golden ticket. You are on the divine flight. Most yogic songs are about that, going into Mahasamadhi. You know, Om Namah Shivaya, Trayambai Yaja Mahe. The fruit detaches from the branch of the tree. The tree meaning your physical body, but your soul moves on. Your soul transcends. So anytime somebody I know, a family member transcends, I look at it as a celebration. I'm celebrating their life. I'm celebrating the time I had, not the time I didn't have. So it's not a time for sadness, it's a time for celebration. You know, I'm happy for the time I had with you, not the time I didn't have with you. And I celebrate your life. It's not a time for sadness, it's a time for celebration. So in Kriya Yoga, when like a Sita or an enlightened yogi transcends, they make what's called a Samadhi shrine. They're celebrating their ascension into Maha Samadhi. So I always thought that was beautiful, right? You know, we celebrate their ascension into Maha Samadhi, their graceful exit. So, yeah, and when someone sheds their physical body in yoga, we look at it like changing shirts, right? They're just changing their clothes. Their essence, their energy, their power moves on into a different form. But, you know, they just shed their physical meat suit, their spacesuit, their junk car, but their essence moves on. So we celebrate their ascension and we celebrate yogis' ascension into Mahasamadhi, their graceful exit. What a beautiful thing that is. Congratulations, you took the divine flight. You have the golden ticket, you know? Enjoy yourself. Travel light, my friend. And when you ascend, no fear can transcend with you. Check all your fear at the door. Goodbye, fear. Not going. Like the Buddhists say in the Tibetan Book of Dead, we're going into the clear. Straight shot home. Boop, you know? You don't want any fear to be there with you. Nothing to fear. Enjoy the ride. Congratulations, you won the lottery. You got the golden ticket. You're taking the divine flight home. What a beautiful thing. We celebrate that as much as possible.
Welcome to the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL. Inside you'll get unlimited access to live weekly Kriya Yoga classes, soul talks live from a Thailand beach, live Kriya Yoga satsangs, bi-monthly full moon and new moon holy fires, 500 plus on-demand videos, and you get it all for only $200. One-time payment, lifetime access. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass and join the Kriya Yoga Masterclass today. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedagurudev divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases for Kali, Samadhi, Shiva and Shakti, Babaji on the fire, Lord Ganesha, the 7 chakras, the Sri Yantra, enlightened Vedagurudev, the Holy Yagna Fire, Shanmukhi Mudra. If this artwork represents your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com.
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Yeah, so only way we could suffer is if we're attached to something. If you have no desires, you have no wants, then you really can't suffer. You have no expectations, so you can't be disappointed. So suffering only comes when you're attached to something. Fear of loss. A fear I'm going to lose my life, I suffer. I fear I'm going to lose my money, I suffer. I fear I'm going to lose my partner, I suffer. But if you have no fear and you're a fearless yogi or yogini, then you can't really suffer because you don't really care, you know? And you have the right discrimination, the right discernment to realize things come, things go. Nothing lasts forever. And this Maya delusional world doesn't really happen the way you want it to happen. So if you're trying to make it happen the way you want it to happen, you're probably going to be disappointed and suffer a lot. But if you just look at the Maya delusional world like a movie on the screen, you know, you're not trying to change the end of the movie. It's a done deal. It's already been printed. It's already on the movie screen. It's going to happen the way it happens. You just become the detached witness and watch the movie, you know, with your popcorn in the audience and let it happen the way it happens. Then you don't really care how the movie ends. Let it happen the way it happens, you know? Things come, things go. And if you have that discrimination and discernment, you really can't suffer. You know, you don't care. Oh, you know, and that really helps you. And if you find yourself suffering and depressed, it means you care too much. You know, if you don't really care, then high chance you won't suffer or you won't be depressed or sad. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I celebrate the person while they're here. When they're gone, you know, I celebrate their life. I don't. Sadness, depression, suffering is what they call a wasted emotion. It's not going to help me. That problem's still going to be there. I'd rather address it, take it on the chin, and let it pass, you know? Like clouds passing in the sky, like water under the bridge. So, yeah, always don't attach to lower emotions because that's how you suffer. You know, like, if you have the mindset, like, things happen the way they're going to happen, and they definitely aren't going to happen the way I want it to happen. So let it happen the way it happens, and I'll navigate it and adjust accordingly. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to suffer. I'm not going to be depressed about it, state of sadness. They happen the way they happen. It's already been printed. It's already on the movie screen of the Maya delusional world, and let it happen the way it happens. You know, not trying to change the ending of the movie, just being the detached witness, letting it happen the way it happens. So that's what would be my advice. If you feel yourself suffering, it means you care too much. If you don't care, you don't care how it ends up. Like, you know, suffering means you're attached to any kind of outcome. But if you're not attached to it, you just say, all right, whatever, you know, I don't care. You know, how has that served me in the present moment? So that's what I would say.
Number 6, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
Yeah, exactly. You know, people in yoga, they say, not this body, not this mind. That's an affirmation they always say. Or neti, neti, not this, not this. So they basically look at their physical, crude body as a junk car, or like changing clothes, or like a physical meat suit or space suit, whatever, right? So they're not attached to the body. The body comes and body goes. So they always have these affirmations, not this body, not this mind, neti, neti, not this, not this. So if you're attached to the crude body and the crude body breaks down, then you're going to suffer. If you look at the crude body like a spacesuit or like a junk car, you know, none of us are going to get out of here alive. So if you have that discernment and discrimination, then it will help serve you. Like, well, that's what happens. No car lasts forever. It eventually breaks down, no matter how much sadden I do. No yogi or yogini have got out of here alive with their physical spacesuit. If they have, please let me know. So, but if you're not attached to your physical body, then you're like, all right, whatever, you know, letting it go, changing clothes, you know, neti, neti, not this, you know, not this body, not this mind. So you kind of laugh at it. I'm not attached to my own physical body. My energy moves on into a different form. So if you have that discernment, you'll see this crude body really doesn't matter. It's just a vessel, a vehicle to transport around your soul, you know? One day it'll break down. None of us get out of here alive. But if you enjoy it and you try to maintain it, the time you have, for as long as you have, you should be okay, but still not attached to it, you know?
Number 7 quote by Yoda. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Yeah, that's a good one, right? So I said in, I think it was the last sad song, even if you have half an inch, you're half an inch in the game. So half an inch is better than no inch, right? Yoda's small size is still very impactful and very powerful, right? He's small, but he packs a big punch, you know? So, yeah, it doesn't matter his size, it matters his knowledge. It doesn't make him less of an enlightened being because of his size, you know? Even the smallest size has high wisdom and higher consciousness and is a master Jedi. So Yoda is a master Jedi. His size doesn't matter, you know? Half an inch is still half an inch in the game, right?
Yeah.
So you could be 7 foot tall and dumb as a rock, or you could be half an inch in the game and be an enlightened being. Size does not matter, you know? So
Yeah.
your size is no bearing on how enlightened you are on the spiritual path, right? So Yoda is a perfect example. He might be small, but he's still a master Jedi. And so, yeah, look at Yoda, right? It doesn't matter how tall or big he is. He packs a big punch in his small stature and his small size. So your size, how tall you are, you know, how much you weigh, or how small you are, or how much you weigh has no bearing on where you're at on the spiritual path, right? It comes all shapes and sizes. So size doesn't matter, you know? Half an inch is still half an inch in the game.
Yeah.
You're still in the game. Yoda might be small, but he's still a master Jedi, and his size doesn't matter. He'll still put his lightsaber up your ass.
Ah. A number 8 quote. A number 8 Yoda quote. You will find only what you bring in.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something, you'll probably find it, right? So if you clear out all the distractions and all the illusions of the Maya delusional world, and you stop looking externally and you start looking internally. I always like to say happiness is internal, not external. So a lot of people want to trick your mind. If you buy this, you'll be happy. If you buy a new car, your neighbor will think you're cool. But if you realize they're trying to sell you happiness that they don't have, then you will be on the right track and you will have the right discernment. So the way people make money is selling you something that they don't have, your happiness. Buy a Big Mac, it'll make you happy. Buy these pills, it'll make you happy. Buy a new car to make you happy. You know, they're trying to sell you happiness that they don't have. So if you want to look for something, you should look internally, not externally. Because if you let people separate you from your money, they will. They'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. They'll sell you some snake oil. Buy this. This will make you happy. But if you realize the only person who knows your happiness is you, then you can't be sold a fake dream, you know? No one has control over your happiness but you. And if you realize happiness is internal, not external, you stop looking for happiness in external sources. You start looking for happiness, you know, internally. So go inside if you can't go outside. That's what my guru said during the C word time, you know? So what you're looking for, you have inside you as you. All you got to do is realize it and unlock it. And that's all we do in Kriya Yoga. Give you some tools to realize your true inner potential, your true self inside you as you. So seek and you will find. Inside you as you.
As you. Well, number 9 Yoda quote, one of my favorite quotes. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Yeah, fear. That's how they trap you on the hamster wheel. We should always come from a place of love, never from a place of hate, never from a place of fear. That's how they lower your frequency. Your frequency in fear or hate is very slow and low vibration. Ugh, fear, I'm scared. I'm going to hide under my bed. The government's going to save me from myself. But if you reach a higher vibration, a higher state of consciousness, you look in the mirror and say, I am my savior. I could save myself. I'm not going to give away my power, my energy, my belief to anybody. I could save myself. I am a self-realized being. You know, I realize my true inner self. So I don't need anybody to come save me. I save myself. And fear is this a control mechanism? You should be scared. You should go fight a war that you don't believe in because they're going to come and they're going to invade America. You know, that's how freedom is not free, and it's for democracy. And you should be scared. You know, look what they're doing across the world. But if you want to test this theory, just look outside your window, look up in the sky, no bombs, no airplanes. What am I scared of? I'm believing and regurgitating other people's ghost story. You know, they never tell you, go down the street to Walmart, there's a war happening, because you know, they know you could go down the street, get in your car. I want to see the war. Let me see. But they tell you you should be scared of a faraway ghost story place, right? That you're never going to go. But if you have the right discernment, discrimination, look out your window, any bombs, any planes, any fire, any war? Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't serve me in the present moment. What am I afraid of? Nothing. A bunch of ghost stories from some habitual liars that have never told the truth through their whole life. Liars tell lies. Stop taking the truth from liars. All they do is lie over and over and over. Barf parrots.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you what's happening over here in this faraway place that you're never going to go. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't
Liar.
see any of that where I'm at in the present moment. Liar. I don't want your ghost stories to become my ghost stories. I don't want your narrative to become my narrative. I don't see any of that where I'm at. I see ocean. I see palm trees. I see birds. I see Yoda. I don't see any of those ghost stories, you know? Like, let me tell you a story by Three Eye Atlas. You already saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
Where? Where's Three Eye Atlas?
Nothing
I don't see
burger.
it. It's as big as Manhattan. Big as Manhattan? I should definitely see it in the sky. I don't see nothing, right? You know? Habitual liars telling lies. Liars tell lies. Barf
Yeah.
parrot,
Liar, pants
lie,
empire.
lie. Story, story, story. Narrative, narrative, narrative. You know, the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. But if you stop giving away your beliefs and you start taking control of your life, you start laughing at other people's narrative, you know? Don't let other people's ghost story become your ghost story. So, yeah, liars telling lies, but that's how they control you. The 1% controls you by fear and hate. If we collectively come together, like, I don't care what flag or what religion or what language you have, I love you, I see myself in you as a reflection, then you can't hurt nobody. But divide and conquer is their playbook, right? That's how the 1% controls the 99%. Fear, divide and conquer, hate, you should hate this person, you know? But time to wake up, people, you know? Liars telling lies out here, you know? That's all they do. Barf parrots being barf parrots. Blah, 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 blah. Fear, fear, fear. Hate, hate, hate. This is the playbook they always run, right?
Yeah.
You should give your power to us. We'll save you from yourself. No thanks. Liars telling lies. Stop taking the truth from habitual liars. All they do is lie. Lie, 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 lie,
Yeah.
lie. You know, Gulf of Tonkin, weapons of mass destruction, all of the above, blah, 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 blah. They're selling you a dream, so you get on an airplane and fight their war for them. If they want to fight their war, let them fight it, you know? I love people in the Middle East. I don't hurt them, you know?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I know hurt
You
them.
want to go, you go. I know hurt them, you know?
I know hurt them.
So dissolve as much fear and hate as you can out your system. It doesn't serve you. Very low vibration, very low frequency, wasted emotion. Vibrate on higher frequencies. Love, joy, happiness, compassion, helping people. You'll be on the right track, and you'll start to laugh at these lower frequencies like the trash they are. We don't carry trash around with us. The trash is weighing us down. We throw all those rocks out of our backpack, take it to the curb, throw it away. Bye-bye. Fear,
Bye-bye.
hate, so gross, so lower frequency. Goodbye, you know?
Uh, Number 10 quote by Lord Yoda, Master Yoda. Last one. In a dark place, we find ourselves, and a little more knowledge lights our way.
Yeah, so this is the ultimate goal of Kriya Yoga, self-realization. We realize our true inner potential, we realize our true self. Or they say Satchananda. Sat, absolute truth. Chit, absolute consciousness. Ananda, absolute happiness, absolute joy, you know? So we're always trying to realize our true self. We're not looking for anybody externally to save us. We're saving ourselves. If you want to save yourself, go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and your savior is looking right back at you. So don't wait for anybody to save you. You might be waiting for a long time. Save yourself, do your inner work, become the detached witness, become a nuclear power plant of unconditional love, become an unshakable mountain. No matter how much rain there is, unshakable mountain. No matter how much snow, unshakable mountain. No matter how much sun, unshakable mountain. No matter how much wind, unshakable mountain. So whatever they tell you out here in this Maya delusional world, you start to laugh at it. Ah, ha, ha, yeah, good one. Unshakable mountain, no matter what. Even if it's the end of the world, and I look out my window and I see a bunch of bombs and fire, still unshakable mountain. Let nothing shake your samadhi, your higher consciousness state, no matter what they show you. And you'll be able to navigate this world in a fearless yogi or yogini state. You'll laugh at it like the joke it is. Ha ha ha. That's the best you got today. Light work, easy
Light
day at the
work.
office, kindergarten, you know? That's the best you got nothing, you know? And if it's time to dance, clean off your dancing shoes and dance as best as you can. Come on with it. I was built
Come
for
on
this.
with
I
it.
take it on the chin. Easy day at the office. The Maya delusional world. Laugh at it like the comedy show, the joke it is. And it has no power. It has nothing, right? It's 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 a little hurt kid crying, you know. It has nothing, telling a bunch of ghost stories. You should believe me, you know. Don't believe your ego at all. I like what my guru said: the ego don't come through the front door. It's a thief in the night. It crawls through the back door or through your window while you're sleeping. So laugh at this Maya delusional world like the joke it is. It has no power. Only
Yeah.
power it has is the power you give to it. If you don't give no power to it, it has nothing, right? You laugh at it. When you start laughing at this Maya delusional world like the joke it is, it loses all its power.
Yeah.
Unshakable mountain, nuclear power plant of unconditional love. You'll be okay, you know?
Oh. Well, thank you, Vedagurudev, for such a profound interpretation of Yoda's quotes. It is clear that the Force is strong with you, and we are honored to learn from your vision. And thank you, Lord Yoda, our Master Yoda. Much appreciated. So, and with that said,
Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev.
Mahadev. Ah,
Thank you.
thank you.
So, 10 Master Jedi quotes interpreted by Vedagurudev. These were sent in by Esther, our member in
Well,
Australia,
they
right?
asked her, and then I tweaked it, and I made them all Yoda. She gave me like most of for multiple ones, but I decided just to narrow it down to just Yoda. So half and half. So
Okay,
yes,
50% Esther in Australia, 50% Vedgari Moksha in the USA, right?
yes.
10 Master Yoda divine quotes interpreted by Vedagurudev. May the fourth be with you, our Star Wars themed. Thank you for our special guest, Twin Yoda, right?
Mm-mm.
Very enlightened.
Do not
Don't
try.
think,
Do.
do. Do not try, do.
Do.
Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Thank you for
Mahadev,
your
Mahadev, Mahadev.
thank you for your very enlightening quotes, Master Yoda. May the fourth be
Yes.
with you, everybody out there. in our YouTube live stream. Happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Words of Wisdom by Master Jedi Yoda himself, interpreted by Vedagurudev.
Dancing Yodas.
If you would like to support, I invite you to go to kriyayogamasterclass.com, the #1 yoga community on SKOOL, where seekers from around the world learn the sacred science of Kriya Yoga, awakening peace, clarity, and higher consciousness. Visit kriyayogamasterclass.com and join the masterclass today. Go to kriyayogashop.com. Inside the Kriya Yoga shop, you'll discover 108 Raksha beads and Vedgari Moksha's divine hand-painted artwork on t-shirts, notebooks, tumblers, and canvases. If this artwork resonates with your soul, visit kriyayogashop.com. Become a YouTube channel member here. Click the YouTube-related video here. Tap the subscribe, like, and hype buttons. Jai Babaji.